Say you go to your pastor to ask, Pastor, I'd really like to start kissing my girlfriend. And your pastor goes, all right, you can do that. You'll be shocked, right? What if I tell you something kind of similar happened in the Bible? Let's look into it. This takes us way back to the book of Numbers, chapter 32, where the two and a half tribes of Israel, Reuben, Gad, and half tribe of Manasseh, approached Moses to ask him for a land. Before this, God had already promised the Israelites land, the promised land. One of the qualities of the promised land that God kept telling the Israelites was, this land flows with milk and honey. But for the two and a half tribes, on getting to the bank of River Jordan, they saw the land there and they were like, this is kind of good for our cattle as well. And to their shock, Moses kind of agreed, but gave them a condition. Now, fast forward to the book of Joshua, chapter 22, when they fully met that condition and were to go back, they had a fear in their heart. And this fear is a very simple one. They fear that in the future, the children of Israelites will look at their children and be like, you guys have nothing to do with God. You are not even Israelites. So what did they do? They built an altar to serve as a witness that we are Israelites. But why am I telling you all this story? See, we Christians today are kind of like those two and a half tribes. We want to eat our cake and have it. We want to be called Christians, but we don't want to stay in the place of transformation. And that's part of why people kind of hate Christians today, because we've become hypocrites. We say with our mouth, but our lives don't actually show what the Bible preaches. If you remember, people in the Bible were able to look at the disciples and be like, these people kind of look like Christ because they have been transformed, and because of that, they call them Christians. But today, many people that we are close with, that we deal with every day, can't even say we are Christians. They don't even know behaviors that should not be found with a Christian are found with us. And all we have to show that we are Christians are just things that we do ourselves, kind of like how those two and a half tribes built an altar to prove that we are Israelites, even though we are not staying in the promised land. We say things like, I pay my tithes, I pay offering, I go to church every day, but our lives does not show that we've even spent a day in the place of transformation or allow the Spirit in us to transform our lives. And I, for one thing, transformation is one of the most important things, because when you come to Christ, you should be changed. And you would know you've fallen into this category when the only thing about you that shows you're a Christian is that you go to church, you pay your tithes, but your life or your lifestyle doesn't. So, if you've never stayed in the place of transformation and many people that you relate with daily can't even tell that you are Christians, I would plead with you to please go back. Yes, Jesus blesses, He does miracle and all wonderful things, but He also transforms lives and He wants to transform your life. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.